Hello students, today my topic of discussion is structure and function of neuron. It is very important topic of your class 10th book, and it is actually the very important part of nervous system. The cells by which nervous system is made up of are called nerve cells, and the another name of nerve cells is neuron. So first of all, how nervous system is performing their function, we should know the structure of the unit of nervous system, that is neuron, and the function of neuron, how it is performing the transmission. You know that I have told you in my previous session that nerve cells are transmitting the impulse. There are receptors in our body. When you are touching any hot object, there are receptors in your body. These receptors are receiving the information, and these receptors, these tips are giving the transmission of impulse, and that impulse is going to brain through sensory neurons. Sensory neurons, the neurons that are sensing the impulse, then it is going to brain, and then it is giving the information. Then from there the effector muscle, the muscle that will be functioning at that time, when you are touching any hot object, the hand muscles will be the effector which should perform the activity. What activity? It should move away from the hot pot. That moving away of muscles is done by the effector muscles. Now how this effector muscle will know that we should move our position from that hot pad? That is, I am telling that through sensory neuron, the impulse, the information, the sensation is moving to the brain, and then brain is giving the signal to the effector muscle through motor neuron. Motor neuron is giving the information to the effector muscle that now you should move from the place, and the hand should be moved away from that hot pad. So this transmission and the information of activity is actually done by nerve cells or neuron. And what are the parts of these nerve cells? First we have to know that. Here you can see that neuron is having three parts: cell body, dendrite and axon. I have drawn the diagram. This is cell body, this is dendrite, and this is axon. Okay, so first let's discuss about cell body. Cell body is having a well-defined nucleus and granular cytoplasm. As you can see, cell body is having a well-defined nucleus and granular cytoplasm. Okay, now this cell body is having, in cytoplasm it is having all organelles. Okay, endoplasmic reticulum, like this, all the Golgi bodies, all the organelles. Only centrosome is not there, because nerve cell loses the function of cell division. So centrosome is not there. Okay, so this is all about cell body. Okay, cell body or cyton. This is known as cyton. Next part is dendrite. The cytoplasm of cell body is actually projected through some branches. Okay, the projected cytoplasm is known as dendrite. This is branched and projected. Okay, branched and projected. so many branches are there. These parts are known as dendrites of neurons. Okay, dendrites of neurons. Next part is the most elongated branch. The most elongated branch is known as axon. The most elongated part is known as axon. You can see this is the most elongated part. This is known as axon. Okay. So axon is actually having one covering, that is sheath. This is known as myelin sheath. Okay. This is very important to send the nerve impulse. This myelin sheath is very important, and this myelin sheath is there is a gap in between myelin sheaths. This gap is known as gap of Ranvier. Okay, this is known as gap of Ranvier. You can see there is a gap. This gap is very much necessary for the very intense nerve impulse, very fast nerve impulse. That is, this gap is very much necessary in axon. Axon is having some in there at the end of the neuron. Axon is also branched, and this branch is having some bulb-like structure. The tip is having swollen portion, that is known as bulb. Okay, and you can see the gap between one neuron and the another one. This is the ending of axon of one neuron, and this is the starting of dendrite of another neuron. So axon and the cell body, it is having a gap. Okay, this is having a gap. This gap is known as synaptic cleft. Synaptic cleft. And these bulbs are having some chemicals. These bulbs are having some chemicals. These are known as neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter. You must be very confused, but when I will discuss about the function of neuron, all the confusion will be covered, because you can understand that what are the function of these all things. So okay, now revising the whole topic, there is three parts of neuron: cell body, dendrite and axon. Cell body is having nucleus well defined and granular cytoplasm. This is cell body, nucleus and granular cytoplasm, and cytoplasm is having all the organelles, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum and so on, and centrosome is not there because nerve cells loses the capacity of cell division. Okay, next is dendrite. Dendrite is the branched projection of cytoplasm. Branched projection of cytoplasm. These are dendrites of neuron. Now the largest